Hey there, aspiring guitarist. I want to do a follow up video because of some great comments I got, and I fully expected them. I had a recent live video about, I know it's hard to see for the reflection, but it was guitar stores. You are not the only game in town, even if you are. Well, my intent with that video, and I got no apologies, none. So if this becomes controversial, it becomes controversial. All throughout the video, I tried to make suggestions to guitar stores, from chain to mom and pop to whatever, on things that my many years of guitar buying and many other people that talk to me about this get irritated about, and things that they could possibly do to make it better. And it boiled down to respect and attitude. That's what it boiled down to. And one of the comments, and it was a great comment, I got some emails about this too, was about uh, one of them was an owner, another one was a worker, about how irritated they get that somebody comes in their store, plays something, and then pulls up Sweetwater, for example, or Amazon, and starts trying to tell them that they can get a better price there, and expects a discount and always expects a discount, and things of that nature. Well, I don't buy that. I don't buy that as a gripe. And I'm going to tell you why I don't buy that as a gripe. First of all, does it happen? You better believe it happens. I've been in a guitar store. I've seen it happen, and I've stuck my old fart nose probably where it didn't belong and reminded the person trying to browbeat the guitar salesman and owners into what they could get online. What I did, I jumped in and I said, I've owned businesses for over 30 years, and this is not something uncommon. You got to play that guitar. You got to come in here. You got to play that guitar against another guitar. You got to feel that guitar. If there was more than one model, you got to play more than one model. You got to see different colors, different variations. You got to see anything. What? Please allow me 1 second. I was being nice. Probably wasn't as emotional as I am right now, although I can get that way. Running a newspaper for years, that was a balancing act, learning when to turn down me. Turn it down, Dave. But and telling the person, look up. There's a roof over our head. There's a parking lot out there. There's employees. There's a public bathroom. This costs money. Yet the price difference you're showing is like $100. Now, I did a video not too long ago, and I'm going to talk about it. Let me get out of the way here. That is a very special guitar I bought locally, that the evening after I bought it and was so happy, I watched one of the major online stores lower the price $1,800. And I made a video where I said I didn't care. I still wanted the experience. I just, I couldn't do it. And I'm going to explain to you why. Now, the way a guitar owner or a guitar store employee goes about this is going to have everything in the world to do with that consumer. And it may have nothing to do with them. You are going to get those people that are going to hoodoo and throw in your face that they can get this somewhere else. And I used to get some people that did that in some of my business. And I would very kindly say, well, then you need to go ahead. And I would explain the difference. Very often they go, And then I would also go a step further and say, but I also come with this purchase. I back up the warranty. I buy, I do, and you don't have to ship to get it done. So sometimes you just have to reach out to people and let them know when they throw something in your face, especially in a negotiation. I've witnessed this. Part of what I said my gripe was walking up to sell something at a major chain guitar and getting that snooty manager who acts like, it literally tries to make you feel like you're trying to screw him. And I'll never be able to sell it. Well, before I went in there, I pulled it up on their website. The very next day, marketing or not, they didn't have very many of them. Well, there's not a big demand. And the marketing I got was in great demand. Get it while you can, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we've all been there. We have all been there. Marketing is marketing. Let me explain something to you about this throwing your iPhone in front of a guitar store owner. They need to do this. Well, some major chains will match online deals. That's y'all's business. That's your own marketing. Everybody runs business different, but I want to explain something to you. This is the king of the flat tops. It is a Gibson SJ200 custom shop. I'm not fixing to play all day. I'm just going to play a couple chords. It is still ringing out. I can feel the vibration of the guitar. I can feel it. I mean, I feel it back here on my body because it's coming through the wood. This guitar spoke to me. They had a whole display of custom shop guitars up on an elevated platform. And I played two others almost just like it before that one. And they played great. Heck, it's a Gibson SJ200. How could it not play great? It's the king of the flat tops. But that guitar right there, that guitar, not those other two guitars, I wanted. The second I strummed the chord, I was like, oh, man. Did the other one have vibration? Yeah, but I like this one. Does that mean that the one I bought was a better guitar than the other two? No. You know what that means? That means this guitar spoke to me. And that's the experience you get from a guitar store. So, I can't tell you how to run your business, but I don't buy this. I can get it for this cheaper. I wouldn't be rude to anybody. That was a big gripe I had about my guitar stores. You are not the only game in town, even if you are. That was my big gripe, the lack of respect. And I've seen this. I actually remember a business in my town that got on Facebook. This was 15 years ago, and chewed everybody out for not supporting her coffee shop. And she was having to close the doors. And everybody was like, you don't open up till 10 o'clock in the morning. What? We were on the road at 5 a.m. If you'd have been open, we'd have stopped in and got some coffee in one of your bakery delights and this, that, and other. But just because you're there does not obligate us to support you. I love local small business. I've been chamber members. I was nominated as the Chamber Citizen of the Year one year. And I mean, I support local small business. But the fact you just put a sign up saying open doesn't mean people are going to put up with ineffective work, sales, ethics, what you deliver, everything else. If you're a guitar store, sell your store. Treat people right. Don't hang guitars up. They're buzzing all over. why your employees are sitting there. And I have a guitar salesman guy who is, unless he's talking with a customer, he is busy. He is walking up and down. He does what I do. First thing I do when I grab a guitar in the store, I do this. And then I do this. You laugh if you want. I can see when a neck is warped. I know when there's been fret sprout. I also know things that can cause fret sprout. Everything from the humidity, climate, how long a guitar has sat, the things it can possibly do to another guitar. I have literally been in guitar stores and I remember grabbing a high-end acoustic ukulele, and I literally had to get him to give me a Band-Aid. The fret sprout was so bad. But the guitar guy I'm talking about, he's checking guitars. If something's wrong, he's carrying it back to the luthier to get it fixed. When he hangs out a guitar in the guitar shop, he wants it to be ready to go. He wants it to be in tune. Now, I've been in some where they'll come running up with their, little snark and tuner and take care of you and tune it up. But now you've just made a customer wonder if the thing goes out of tune a lot. When was the last time you tuned it? Earn your business. But when I realized that, look, I owned businesses for years. I had, I remember as a reporter going, a newspaper owner, and went with my reporters to a very controversial board meeting in town. And we had a person there that tried to sabotage our reporting with video cameras to talk to us about why we were doing this. And I stopped her. And I said, Madam, I have the most liberal editorial policy there is. You can send a letter to the editor. You can send a voice to the editor. You can send a video to the editor. We will let you have your say. But you don't get to interrupt my work, and that is rude, and I won't have it. Think what you want, but the people in the audience started clapping. It's about respect, but it's also about the realities of treating people right. If I can't tell you how to run your guitar store. I made the point in my video, which again and again and again emphasized that as a business owner myself, if I didn't know something was wrong, I couldn't fix it. That I didn't want guitar stores to go away. That the experience of getting to play a guitar is special. It's something you never forget. It's something you keep returning to. You take other people to. But don't hand me that. Okay? The fact that you can't, okay, let me just go ahead and make you mad. If you can't muster up the reason somebody should buy from you, then I'm not going to buy from you. I'm not. Either you believe in your business and how you are treating your customers, because they are customers. They don't owe you a sale just because you opened the door and hung up a sign. They don't. You may think they do. And yes, you're the one. I open businesses. Man, I put my own money into many that had my whole family situation like, oh God, are we going to be able to pay the mortgage? Or are we going to pay? You open up a business and people come running to you with their hand out. Charities, this, that, the other. Most people don't realize business owners very often pay their employees and they don't get paid. They don't get paid sometimes for a year. Sometimes the only thing they get is a decent tax deduction. That's a whole nother story. But that is my point. There are pluses to a guitar store. It's an experience. Okay, there are several online places that will take back a guitar, but are they going to take it back to do a setup? My local guitar shop, within, I don't know how long it is, might be 2 months, I don't remember, but it like that right there, If I want to carry that back for a setup, if all of a sudden I get a buzz on the 12th fret or something like that, they're going to fix that free of charge. Free of charge. Yeah, I had to drive it to them, but I didn't have to put it in a box. I didn't have to ship them. Sell your store nicely. Let's get back to respect again. Now, this is the way I talk. When I feel passionate about something, I raise my voice. My wife is always hitting me. Darn, lower it. I grew up in a family that everybody was talking over the top of each other at the dinner table. And it has taken me years, and I'm not there yet, to ratchet it down. But I try. I try to be a kinder, more gentle old fart than I used to be. But I'm telling you, we need the guitar store experience. We do. And this bit, you know what? You may be going, well, by gosh, I'm going to ask for my discount. Well, I even said in one of my videos that the airline industry, they were approached by a reporter and said, well, you give deals to some people. Why don't you give it to everybody? And the representative for the airline said, you have to ask. You have to ask. They're going to ask. They're going to ask. They're going, can you, I had one that was lowballing me so badly on a guitar that I didn't care about anymore. Yeah, I just didn't care about it. I bought it in the hopes that one of my kids was going to get it. They didn't care for it. I was ready to get rid of it. I didn't care if I took a loss or not. But he was playing the game, as I said. I mean, just lowballing beyond belief. And I just said, I'm too old for this. And I left. It works both ways. But you can play the back and forth, $200, one this, one that, one this. You can do that game that so many of us feel we have to do, and that's human nature, but you can do it respectfully. Yeah, I mean, if you want to throw in all these, well, I'll never be able, I see that go on too. But when you get downright disrespectful, that's no. The same with someone asking you for a deal, telling you that they can get it online. Now, I will tell you this. It was one of my gripes. I went into a guitar store that, I looked up online how much the guitar was. Guess where I looked it up? At their very own website. And if you want to get mad at me for that, I don't care. And then the new manager, well, I can't help what happens at the website. I said, whoa, hold on. You've got signs all over the store that says you will meet any reputable online price. Are you telling me you won't meet your own? Well, I got it for the internet price, plus I got a veteran's discount. But I had to ask, and I don't feel a bit bad about going to their own website. In fact, I go to it when I walk in a guitar store, even the local one that I love, they know I'm going to do this because I'm going to look at specs and I'm going to see. I know I can look at woods and tell what kind of wood it is, but I want to know. I'm going to go to the Gibson website or the Martin. I want to see, is this torrefied wood? Was it aged? What was it? So if you don't want me to come into your store and pull out a phone, then I suggest you stop me at the door and say, no phones are allowed. And I'll go, have a good day. And I'll leave. Or put those specs online on your store. Earn your business. Earn it. Earn it. And am I, as a customer, going to do things that make you mad? Yeah, it comes with the territory. I will never forget, we had a thrift store, and he claimed it was a religious ministry, but he was so snooty about what he would take. And I'm talking about decent things. I'm not talking about crap, a couch falling apart. He was just snooty. And buddy, he would like, well, I wouldn't give this. He was very uppity, superior. It wasn't long, he was out of business. We have another major thrift store charity in our greater Birmingham area that they did an interview and they said, you even take trashy things from people. He goes, yeah, and a lot of it winds up in a dumpster. Some of it helps oldies to work and repair it. But you know what? That's the price of doing business. The price of doing business is people. We're all different. Sometimes we're nice. Sometimes we had a bad day. And sometimes, like many of us, we walk around with this computer in our hand that has more processing power than the astronauts' computer on Apollo 11 that went to the moon. So earn your business. And I will continue to do what I'm doing. I will encourage people to go to guitar stores. You can get mad at me all you want. You can get mad at me. How dare you? Yeah, I dare. I do dare get mad. These were suggestions. These were things that I noticed, other people notice, and it could help you. It really could help you. And maybe you can never implement it. Well, okay. You know what your business, the consumer retail relationship, the business owner and the consumer is a relationship. We get to choose who we do business with. I'm one of these that I tip when I feel it's appropriate to tip. TIP is an acronym that stands, look it up, 2T, ensure, I, promptness, P, to ensure promptness. And I'm a big tipper. But even if I just get mediocre service, I'll tip the standard amount. Now, if I get terrible service, I'm not going to pull the place a penny down. I'm going off to the side and talk to a manager because I'm not going to tolerate that. And if the manager's crappy with me after I nicely say something to the manager, then you won't see me in there again. And maybe you don't want to see me. That's fine too. It's a relationship. It is a relationship. The guitar experience, part of that guitar experience is getting to play a guitar and feeling good about the one that you play. And I covered in the video that I realize there are people that can't get to a guitar store, that there are people that even if they had to make a special trip, they can't do it. They can only rely on online. And I talked about, how many of the online dealers give you photos, they give you specs, things that allow you to make an educated choice, that they do have a return policy, even if it's a pain in the butt to ship something back. But guitar stores, y'all, the ability to play something so far supersedes a $100 or $200 price difference. This SJ200, that online retailer, only for the weekend, dropped it $1,800. Then it went back up, and I was like, oh, good. It made me feel a little better. I don't care. That's the guitar that spoke to me. That's the guitar that spoke to me. This is a custom shop period case. And I'm going to show you, and I've got my humidifier in there. But let me show you what else I got to see. And I didn't get to see just a picture of it. This is my custom shop certificate of authenticity. I got to touch that. And I got to know this was the real deal. I knew it was the real deal the minute I strummed the first chord. It's an experience that you'll never forget, and it's something that I hope my grandkids get to show their grandkids. I hope musical instruments doesn't become just something that is ordered online. And I realize they're even trying to do things to where you've got some manufacturers that have little shops that allow you to play the guitars. They don't even sell them. Well, good. There needs to be a hands-on experience, in my view. Some people disagree with that view. Some people will disagree with me saying, why don't you explain to the customer? They just want to get mad. I hate to see people get mad. I like pleasant transactions, but I like blessed guitar journeys. And that's what this is about. Thanks for watching. I hope your guitar journey is blessed. I hope your guitar sales are blessed. I really do. So, you get mad at me, you'll forget about me in a day or two. You might get so mad at me, you think about me for a week, and you can talk trash about me or start a channel, hate David Hogan, whatever. Or you can look at it like, well, maybe I ought to listen. Maybe I don't agree with the old fart, but maybe I ought to listen. Maybe I shouldn't get so mad, and maybe I could tell, hey, I do. These are the things I do for you. I fully realize it's like, why should I have to say that? Well, buddy, if I had a penny for every time I said that in my life, why should I have to say that? That is me throwing my expectations on another human being, and that other human being isn't me, and I'm not there. Hope your guitar journey is blessed, and most of all, hey, happy picking.